Hi friends, welcome to our next tutorial on Java. So here we will discuss on next tutorial on Java string methods. So methods of string class. So last video we discussed something about this string, how we are declaring the strings. There are two ways of declarations, those already we discussed. Right now we will concentrate on methods of strings. So what are the methods we need to implement in a string? So that we will discuss here. Total in 18 ways we can define the string methods. So what are those? We'll discuss in details of this. Means string is already class that we already know that. So in this methods of strings, how that we are defining, that we can see methods of string, that we can see in details. The first one here in this total, I said 18. In this first one is this. The first method it is, that is int length. So this is int length. We already known about this word. It is length. So this method will return the count of the characters available in a string. Like if it is an hello, so how many characters are there in hello, that it can be defined, that length of the string. So for this very simple, how we are finding this means, just if I have this string one string ln equal to, just I am defining here new string of, here I'll write something hello. If it is like this, then how we are finding the length of this string? Then here next simple step, I'll find this length of this is, so what is ln dot length? This can be defined this length of the string. So in this way, this related example programs we'll discuss in our next tutorials. This is the first way of method of string, how we are. This we'll see in a second method. What is second method? So that is, second is the caret. So caret. So what it can do? Int, this is the also integer value, that is index. This is this return will be index. So this method will return a character that is available at the specified index position. I want to find out exactly the specified position character, that we can find out is exactly the position. The index position strings start from 0. If the string specified index is not within a range, then it will generate as runtime exception, that is called string index out of bound exception. That is string index out of bound exception. So about these exceptions we'll discuss detail in our next sessions. Here we'll get string out of bound exception, but how we can find this position of this is here. If I want to find this for the same string, I'm taking ln dot caret, means I need some exact position, caret 4, means it's a fourth position. What is the value here? Means fourth means nothing but here fifth position, that is O. That will be like this. So this is the way. In a second way we are getting the string methods of this. And the next third, what is the third one? So third one is the string concat. So that is string concat, means adding the string concat. So here we are adding the string concat, that is here string. So string concat, how we can add string concat? So here this method can be used to add the values. This method can be used to add the values either side by side, like how it should be. So there are two strings. one is a Java, other one is a program. So we need to add that two strings. Like here I'm defining this one string s1 equal to new string Java, new string Java. The next string here is this same. I'm taking this next string is s2, that I'm taking here as a program. So program. Then how we need to concat these two means here I want to assign this value of this. Here I want to give s1 equal to s1 dot concat of s2, concat of s2. Like this we can define the values here. So we are concating the values that we are doing from here to there. We can do like this. Means here we are adding that s1 to s2 values that we are defining this. So that is a next level of this. And the next here, fourth way, how we are doing in the fourth is, so for that is int compare. So we need to compare here, we need to compare the values, compare to. So that is string. I want to compare the string value within a different strings. So this method can be used to compare the Unicode values of the characters string by considering their case. This method is generated for storing the strings. Like how we need to compare this, like string s1, there are two strings. I need to compare this, which one is greater, s1 greater s1 s2 or s1 s2 or s1 equal to s2, like this. We need to compare this. Means either you can get a positive value, negative value, neutral value, that we can get here. This one by one we can get here these values here. So this is the fourth way of this declaration. Then fifth way, we can see here fifth. So how this fifth way we can do here is int compare. Fifth is the int compare. I'm comparing this int compare to ignore case. Ignore case means it's a capital small, so that is ignore case. If it is a previous case, it should be exactly, it is comparing this. If it is a capital, it can compare as a capital. If it is a small, it can compare the small. But ignore case means if letter should be A is there, capital A is there, capital B is there. So it can compare like this. If it is a capital or if it is a small, it can compare. So this method can be used to compare the Unicode values of the character available in a string by ignoring their case. The method is designed for this, like this. So here same how we have here. So I have the string 1 Java and the string 2 as something here like this. So here we have like this. Then I want to compare this, means how we can write compare s1 dot compare. So s1 dot compare to I write compare to s2. Then what happens here? It should be shows that common values are all. In case if it is, so now common value is j, like this. It should be given in output should be like this format. So that is this how we are comparing this values here. That is a fifth way of comparing strings. Then sixth is the Boolean. 6 is the Boolean. So how we are comparing this Boolean? So Boolean equals to object. Here Boolean is nothing but here equals object. This is equals object. So equals object. How this equals object we'll see here. So this method can be used to compare the contents of the string by considering their case. So this it will comparing their case using this. It is a true or false. Just you can say that true or false. That's it. So very simple. And the next 7 is here. The 7th one, which is here now, that is boolean equal ignore case. So what we seen here same above, it is same as boolean equal ignore. So equal ignore means, just already we discussed that equal ignore means it should be small or capital without case sensitive. The above is always it's a case sensitive, but this is not a case sensitive. It can be anything. Either it should be upper, it should be lower. It says that it should be. This method can be used to compare the content of the string objects by ignoring their case. Like say here we have for both s1 and s2. If we are comparing this s1, like I want to compare here s1 dot, how we can compare this equal ignore case, equal ignore case of s2, like this we can compare this. So this is the next way of this. Next 8th one. So how we can compare in 8th way? That 8th is here. It's also simple. That is also belongs to boolean. Boolean starts with string. Means I want to here this output as starts with. Like I want to compare this string start with whether this is starting with A, B, C, like that. I want to check this. Means this method can be used to check whether string begin with specified group of characters or not. I want to compare what are the sentences are started with Java. So like this. So that should be here this. And the next here similar, this is in place of starts with. The 9th step is also similar. This is ends with. So what it can say is that instead of starts, it ends with. What is the ends with? Ends with Java. I want to compare that ends with Java. So that it can be compared here. Whether check this character ends with that specified character or not. That is this. Then next 10th. So what is this 10th? 10th is here int index of. Int index of. What is this index of? Int index of. Already we know that index of char here this. So this method will return the index of the first occurrence of the specified character. See there is a sentence on this particular string or sentence. I want to find specific position of that. It can give the specific position where that is index of this. So that it can be easily we can do that. Then next here. So int last index of. So the above one is this first index. It will default, it will says that first index. But I want a specific last index. So it can be says that last index of. So where it is here last index, that it will find the last index. So this method will return the index of the last occurrence of the specified character. So where is this last character? It can be identified this. So here some small note here. The index of and index last of will return -1 if the specified character is not available. Means I said we need to find X, but X character is not available on the particular string, then it will give the return value as -1. So that we need to identify that this value is not available in this. So that is here we need to this. Next one is string replace. So in this word itself it is there replace. I want to replace some string with some other. So char old. So this is here char new. Means I'm replacing Java with Kotlin. I'm replacing with XYZ with ABC, like this. So we need to replace this here something with something. So this method can be used to replace all occurrences specified in this character. Whatever we have this all occurrences we can specify, we can replace that. The next one here is string substring. Substring. What is a substring? So this is also int index. Int index. How this substring here? So this method will return a group of characters beginning from the specified index position up to the end of the string. So I want any string substring, means Java programmer. I have this two words, Java programmer, but I need a characters from third, means JVA, JV, JAV, V, from V I need that. So from the V, whatever the next characters are there, it can be identified that characters. That is this. Next, string substring. String substring. So what is this substring here? So the substring is here int index, int index, and int offset. So offset. What this string instead offset it can do is, this method will return a group of characters beginning from the specified index position to up to specified offset. Means I need characters from I have total 20 characters word. I need characters from like here if it is S1 dot, what I'll write here, substring of 1, 3. So it says that it can get the values from 1 to 3. So that is this string. Then 15th one is the next one, that is string to lower. String to lower. So what this string to lower will do? So string to lower means it's a string to lower case. It is string to lower case. What this string to lower case will do? This method will convert the contents of the string completely into lowercase. Whatever this contents are there in uppercase or whatever it should be, were completely converted into lowercase. The next is the same opposite to this, string to uppercase. String to uppercase. Whatever the characters we have, that it can convert into uppercase. Or whatever the characters we have, that all it should be converted to the uppercase. Then last two, one more two is there. Those are here. 17th one. That 17th one is here. String trim. Trim. What is the string? Though this can be used to remove the leading or trailing spaces available in a string. Maybe unexpectedly while a user entering the data, he may give unwanted spaces and all. If you want to remove that, we can do the trim operation for this particular string. That we can do trim. So that is string. We can avoid that trim. Finally, we can write string so that it can be avoided that space. And the last here, string intern. String intern. What is string intern? This method will refer to an object available in a string constant pool which was created at the time of object creation in a heap memory. Yesterday we seen that heap memory and a string constant pool. So it can be shown that values into this. So this is about how the string methods are different ways. So these all methods, in our coming videos we'll see each and every example for these all methods. We can discuss a different example for this. Thank you for watching this. Please subscribe to get more updates.